Hi, this is Mike from This Old Relic, and what I wanted to talk to you today about is, well, the snowblower. So if you look at the bottom here, as I'm pointing to it, this is the bottom blade of a snowblower. They're usually made on plastic on single stages. This was a really good candidate. This is actually my neighbor's snowblower. Asked me to fix it, but if you look, you want to always look at this before you buy a snowblower because if it's worn out too much and it gets into that metal part, it actually destroys the snowblower. So if you're buying a used snowblower, you want to look for that bottom blade. This one's very worn. It's due for replacement. Sometimes you can flip them over. This particular one you can't, but this one is right at the edge. So it's going to need to be replaced pretty quickly. Otherwise, it's going to start trashing the snowblower. But that's the main thing on a single stage snowblower to look for. Usually on the dual stages, they're there. They're made out of metal and they have shoes on the side that'll prevent them from wearing too much. So that's usually not as big of a factor, but it is something to look at even on a dual stage. Like I said, it's okay to pop it up on its front end like that. It's actually designed to do that for maintenance wise. It also tell you if you have a leaky gas cap. But that's the main thing you want to look at on a snowblower, in addition to, dealing with the mechanicals and things like that. If that thing's worn out too much, you basically have nothing more than a part snowblower. So if you're looking to actually use the snowblower for purchase it and use it as a snowblower, you want to check that particular part because that could just completely and utterly destroy the snowblower. So just making sure that if that is worn out and if you are looking for a parts snowblower, it makes for a nice negotiating item as well if that's worn out. Like I said, sometimes they're worn out on one side, you can just flip them over. This particular one's a little bit pricier. It's a Toro, so the cheaper ones, you can actually just flip them over to the other side. And people usually never think about it and they never do that. So it could be a very quick fix and you can get a good deal on a snowblower that way, or it might just be trash. So make sure you check that bottom blade thing just before you buy it, just to make sure that it's not too worn out and it's not completely trashed the snowblower already, because it's just one of the most overlooked pieces of maintenance that you will find on a snowblower. But that's just basically all I wanted to do in this particular video is give you this little tip on purchasing a snowblower. Make sure to look at that bottom plastic blade, just because you don't want to buy junk. All right, well, I will see you next time.